Hey, what's up guys? This is Team Hard Life Captain Alberto Zertuche, and I got a pretty interesting video. We're going to be doing some unboxing, some updates, and we're going to do a little bit of getting to know the team. Specifically our team, Team Hard Life. You know, we've got some new members that have been with the team, you know, this year, some of last year, and have been fishing with us for quite some time. But with the things we do and the sponsors we have, we're very selective on who we bring on, and there's specific reasons why. You know, we've all worked very hard to get where we're at, and we're always trying to grow, you know, obviously. So we are also always in the mood for, or on the lookout for guys that are promoting the sport and helping the sport. Because that's what it is at the end of the day. It is a sport. And you may not always be playing with your players, but fishing with other players that are in the same like mind makes everybody have a good time while they're on the field, you know. So for the rest of us that can't make it on the field and we're watching through YouTube or through, you know, online forums and stuff like that, you know, we're up in the stadium watching down on these guys on the sport, in it every day. So stay tuned for that at the end of the video. But what I'm going to do first was give you an update on the 3 drawings we got. Drawing number 6 is 2 winners, rod, reel, line, tackle combos. And it's custom rods for each winner, MXL Raptors, fully spooled with tackle, and a Vexen bag ready to rock and roll. Those are $50 tickets. Drawing number 6, $50 ticket. It's for a T-Rex 130 with a shark rod, custom wrap, tackle, bag, same deal with the line. Now, on that one though, it's 1 winner for a T-Rex 130. So, again, like I said, for either one of those 2 drawings, if it's too big or too small for what you want, you can use it as credit to get what you want to do. A lot of guys are liking it both ways. Some guys are getting in the bigger ones because they said, you know what, I don't want the 130, I want these smaller rods, but this is going to afford them a lot better ability because the amount that we have set this at, it's almost at $4,000 for this whole combination, rod, reel, line, and tackle with the bag. So, you never know. Whichever way you want to go, we're willing to work with you as long as it's within our reach and what we can get for you on the tackle and gear. Now, drawing 552. It's a virgin 552 Harrington that has not been wrapped. It was originally purchased by our rod wrapper years back, and it's part of his private collection of virgin blanks. This dude's got the largest private collection I know of by anybody, probably in the state of Texas. So stay tuned for that, because we are working on visiting the Bat Cave, but we got to get through this drawing so that way we can move on to the next one, because the next one's going to be even bigger. Stay tuned for that. On the 552, we've already sold 61 tickets. So that means we're almost to the halfway point of the amount of tickets we're selling, and then we're cutting it off, and that's it. You know our drawings. We set a number, we hit that number, we cut it off, and we do the drawing. We do it live here on the YouTube channel, Team Hard Life. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, turn on that notifications, give us a thumbs up. And again, you can call the shop at 361-334-2171 or pay via Cash App at $ Team Hard Life. So, oh yes, and drawings for the minis, only 6 and 7 have available spots. The 552 Virgin rod, we are not doing any minis for that one just because it's going fast. I mean, it's going to be gone probably by the end of the week if the way things are going. So don't miss out on that one. But I am going to do a little small unboxing. I started opening. I was like, oh man, I haven't done a video today. So I got it open, but that's as far as I went. I haven't even gotten the floaties out, the peanuts. Let's see what I got here. Alright, so these were reels that were sent in for some kind of upgrades or damage and stuff like that. This one is a MXL MC single speed. There we go. I don't remember the exact reason this one went in. Normally when we get reels in, we write down, obviously, the customer's info on what's wrong with the reel, but I don't have that paperwork in front of me, so we're checking this out. Oh, man. See, there's a big difference between an empty spool and a spool that's filled with line, but still, you can tell the clickers are working great. And this is a single speed, so that one. One more. it looks like. This is a single speed SX. Alright. So we got 3 reels that we need to call some customers to come pick up. But first, we're going to go ahead and do this little question and answer. Get to know Team Hard Life a little better. A lot of y'all have met them. We've been out on the pier multiple times with us, and like I said, you know, they're like me. They want to help you or, you know, get help. We're friendly fishermen, you know. We know we don't own the pier, just like everybody else. We pay to get on the pier just like you do, and we're open to help people, knowledge, landing nets, I mean, helping move rods, you know, do the basket weaving 101, you know, but a lot of it goes deeper than that for us. So what is it? I don't know. I've asked him before. Now it's time for us to find out and share for y'all. Check this out.
Gotta bite. I think I got a lot of stress on my mind. It's a nice day to go. Yeah, I gotta learn. I'ma call the whole team.
All right, guys. So to my right, I got Mr. Carlos Walker, and to my left, I got Mr. Gary Lester. And yeah, so who do we start with?
We need to get it over with.
Yeah, Gary's camera shy. So, Mr. Gary, what got you into fishing?
Women.
I think his wife's gonna kill him for that one.
No, going to fishing was the fight of it's the tug. The tug is my drug. The fight of the fish. You never know what's going to be on the other end of the line. It's the action, the reward after you're done. You know, and most of it's catch and release. I will keep sometimes if we feel like eating some fish, but majority of the time it's catch and release. Been time fishing 16 years, but after meeting Albert and everybody else going back into it, and now I've nose dived deep into it. It's like the mafia, you can't get out now.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. You get out when you die. Mr. Carlos?
Yeah, I mean, I've been fishing for a while. I'm from Mississippi, so I moved down here and started fishing. And then when I started fishing, I met these guys, Albert and then Gary. I was fishing for a while, fishing for a while, and these guys taught me a lot, man. And after a while, a couple of years, Albert asked me to, join the team. And I mean, what's the odds, man? I mean, I just love fishing, so it's good, man.
Awesome. So, in seeing from when you started to what you're doing now, have you seen any kind of evolution of the way fishing has been or has changed in your eyes?
Yeah, I mean, when I started, I was using Abu Garcias and pens, and not dogging them or nothing, but when I first met Albert, I was using my Pen 320 GT on an ugly stick 8-foot, 30-pound mono, casting, which I thought was far, and then he casts and he catches a fish, and I'm like, okay, so I'm wondering what's going on. Throws back out, I'm still waiting for a fish to catch another fish. And I'm thinking, okay, am I using bad bait or what's going on? Well, first of all, I found out I wasn't throwing half, even close to what he was throwing. So I had to walk out double the way out to catch up to where he was throwing. I finally started catching fish, and he had another fish. And I'm thinking, God, well, how's he doing this? Well, he was using Avid reels, and I didn't know anything on Avid at the time. And then he says, here, try one of these out. So I tried one out, hooked in the fish, started reeling it, and literally skipping a 24-inch drum on top of the water with this. It was pretty odd at first. I was like, I don't see how you can drag a fish in this quick with this reel. And I thought my 320 pins and all this stuff were good. And like I said, don't get me wrong, they're still good. But the gear ratios, the drag systems are way, way different, much more better than the pins. I mean, and the Abus. I mean, they're great reels. I mean, they're expensive, but in the long run, you have quality products.
Carlos?
Yeah, the same. I started out with Apple Garcias, Ugly Sticks, and on the pier, same thing. Hey, you want to try it out? Cast it out. And I was like, man. When I seen them, I was like, man, them bad reels and rods. And so I got a hold of one and casted it. And you know, they asked, hey, how you think about it? What you think about it? And I'm like, yeah, it's good, man. I mean, so now I got reeled in. Now I got average customer odds. So I mean, it's good, man. Like Gary said, I mean, it's I'm off track.
No worries.
I mean, it's an investment, man. In the long run, I mean, yeah, it get expensive in the beginning, but in the long run, I mean, it's there already.
So you've seen where it's actually by stepping up, it's saving you money in the long run.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, with the way you've evolved from when you started to what it is now, and you met somebody else, you know, fishing and just kind of asking you some questions, well, why do you do this or why do you do that? What could be the best piece of advice that you could pass on to somebody?
I mean, I just pass off the same knowledge that I get. I mean, whatever knowledge that I get, I mean, I pass it along to whoever, man. It don't matter who you are. Like, if you want to know how I'm casting like this or why I'm putting my my hook on my weight like this or that, I mean, if you got a question, I mean, I don't mind helping you out. Cause once I get some knowledge, I pass it along. I mean, there's no secrets of trying to keep back somebody else who's trying to come up to help them catch fish too.
Yeah, it's the same thing as me. The knowledge I've learned, I started off just trout fishing, red fishing, and now I do shark fishing, offshore fishing, gar fishing, kayak fishing, wade fishing, jetty fishing, pier fishing. There's no limit now. I can do all of it. And I'm not saying I know it all, but every day I still learn something new. It's every day you learn something new. I mean, it's just a learning curve. I mean, the more fish you catch, the bigger fish you catch. It's fun. I mean, because you never know what you're gonna have on the end of that line once you throw that leader into the water. It's an addicting sport. I don't know what else to say.
I have to agree with you. I'd rather be addicted to something that, you know, in my past has fed my family, has fed us. You know, I mean, I'm telling you, there was times when it was really, really bad for me and my family growing up, and fishing fed us. If we didn't catch, we sometimes went without food. You know, so you know, they always say at the end of the day, you know, teach a man to fish is better than just giving him fish. You know what I mean? And for us, you know, going out to any pier or a beach or whatever, you know, we're very open-minded to helping out whoever's out there. It doesn't matter what group, what fishing, this and that. Obviously, you know, we're all about protecting the species and, you know, doing the right thing when nobody's looking. You know, the game warden doesn't have to be on the pier to be doing the right thing, you know, and that was something that all of us have ran into one time or another where, you know, people are out there just making the wrong decision, and, you know, we've stepped up and said, hey man, you know, you might not want to do that. And obviously we're still courteous, because at the same time, we're not their dad, we're not their mom, we're not their guardian, we're not there to, you know, tell them, hey, you know, you're not supposed to be doing that, I'm going to ground you or something like that. No, but at the same time, we do, you know, exercise our right to inform, you know, the right people that, hey man, these guys aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, because we're not doing it for ourselves. No way, shape, or form am I jealous of somebody catching a fish and I ain't caught nothing. It's when they're catching an oversized fish and aren't releasing it the way they're supposed to, because they're not hurting me, they're not hurting us, they're hurting our next generation of our kids being able to enjoy that same sport of fishing and learning and the proper knowledge, especially when they're with us. I mean, you know, there's times when my kids are with me and I have to leave for a little bit so they stay, you know, with the rest of the team because they want to keep fishing, or they bring their nephews or cousins or whatever, or, you know, people that don't know any better. But if they see somebody else doing the wrong, then they're gonna think it's okay or it's acceptable, you know, and it's not acceptable. And that's why we do what we do. We try to promote a positive image, because that's what it's about. At the end of the day, is the kids that are looking up to us to do the right thing when nobody else is looking. So I just wanted to do a little kind of meet and greet with, you know, some of our team. And again, all of our team isn't here for this interview and stuff like that. I'm going to keep doing this throughout the season and get more of our members on here to kind of give you a little history of how they got into it and stuff like that. And if y'all have any special questions too, be sure to post the comments here, because they do get online and they do, you know, post up comments and stuff like that. This one's Jedi, what is it?
Tattoo Jedi.
Tattoo Jedi. Why is it Tattoo Jedi?
Because I'm a Star Wars fanatic and I'm all tattooed up, so it just rang.
Let's see the main one with
There, the Darth Maul. See that right there? And then you got the Rebel symbol. Yeah, so that's where the name came from.
There you go. Do you have a avatar on YouTube, or is it just under your name? Yeah. And mine's Team Hard Life, guys. So again, if y'all have any comments or, you know, past stories of us on the pier, please share them. You know, because that's one of the things. You know, everywhere we're going and we're being recognized and stuff like that. You know, a lot of questions start getting asked. Hey, can we do this? Can we do that? And other people are like, who are these guys? Like, why are they? I mean, we've been here all day. They ain't even asked us a question or whatever. It's because we're coming forth with all the knowledge, like, you know, Carlos said, and we are about passing on the knowledge to future generations, guys. So no matter where we're at, what we're doing, we'll pass on the knowledge. Obviously, if we're in tournament mode, we're still going to share the knowledge, but, you know, if we're on like a beach fishing trip, you know, for tournament, obviously we don't want extra people fishing in our camp, because if you do catch a winning fish out of our camp, it could have been one of our team members and stuff like that. Or if it's pre-negotiated that you can fish there in our area that we chose, then hey, by all means, it's different. But if we show up to a beach tournament kind of deal and not invited in that area, we won't fish in that area. You know, it's just out of respect. But on a pier, if there's an open hole, there's an open spot, as every pier has stated, you know, there's a spot there, there's room for a rod, you can fish it, guys. So you got to remember that when you're on these public piers, we don't own them. You don't own them. We pay just like y'all pay to get on the piers, and if there's open spot, there's room to throw a rod, you know. So make fishing an enjoyable. You know, that's what everybody goes out there for. You know, we're leaving all the drama behind. We're leaving all that, you know, at the highway. Once we're on the beach or on the water, we're all about fishing, and we hope you are too. So again, guys, if y'all have some comments or questions, please ask them. We'll definitely get back to you and stuff like that. Keep up with the drawings, and we'll keep rocking and rolling. So y'all have a good one.
Take care.